Welcome to Psychopinion. This is our March Madness Directors Edition. We will be having all of the best horror directors facing off against one another until we find out who truly is the best horror director. This is the semi-final round. So stay with us and let's see who wins this thing. You know, you're a real jerk if you don't subscribe.
And now for a recap.
If you've been paying attention, or with us up till now, I'm sure you get the gist. We're going to show you two directors, a bracket, discuss who we think will win, and then reveal the winner. We're very excited to see who comes out on top at the end of all of this. Also, please subscribe, and if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button. Yeah, do that shit. Welcome everybody back to Psychopinion. We are still on our March Madness brackets. This has been a lot of fun, and we have finally come down to our final 5 brackets. One of those being the ultimate winner, so really 4 brackets and a winner. I don't know how that's said, but that's what we're doing. That's where we're at. So, to give you guys a really quick little update, we had Tom Holland and Mike Flanagan, and in that situation, Mike Flanagan took the win. We had David Lynch versus Roman Polanski, with Roman Polanski pulling the win. David Cronenberg beat Joe Dante. We had Jordan Peele absolutely obliterated Rob Zombie, and I'm still curious as to how and why. Steve Miner was beat by James Wan. And sadly, probably the saddest one to me of the whole first round was Dario Argento beat Tobe Hooper. After that, we ended up into the first semifinal round, if you will, and we had Guillermo del Toro versus Mike Flanagan, and del Toro took it. John Carpenter went up against Wes Craven, two of the big dogs of this whole fight here, and John Carpenter ended up pulling it out from Wes Craven. Sam Raimi ended up going against Roman Polanski, and Polanski beat Sam Raimi as well, which that was also shocking me. So Polanski took out Lynch and Raimi. After that, we had David Cronenberg against Eli Roth, and Cronenberg took it from Eli Roth. Ari Aster was against Jordan Peele. Ari Aster was against Jordan Peele. And Jordan Peele won, thankfully. Ari Aster is not my cup of tea. Clive Barker was beat by M. Night Shyamalan. And then Robert Eggers beat James Wan, leaving our last match of the night, which was Dario Argento versus George A. for Awesome Romero, and Romero took the win. So tonight, what we're looking at and what we're going to do is we're going to have Guillermo del Toro versus John Carpenter, Roman Polanski versus David Cronenberg, Jordan Peele versus M. Night Shyamalan, and Robert Eggers versus George Awesome Romero. So we're going to go ahead and start this one off tonight with Guillermo del Toro versus John Carpenter. And even though we discussed in the previous episodes, if you've been keeping up with us, what their movies are that are representing them, I will go ahead and give you that again. So John Carpenter, we've got The Thing, They Live, and Halloween. And that is up against Pan's Labyrinth, The Devil's Backbone, and Blade 2 of all things. So, I've done all the hard work here, guys. Now, why don't you go ahead and let me know what you think of this matchup?
I think Guillermo del Toro, just because of Pan's Labyrinth, I thought it was just very unique, and it's just a fascinating, it's a fascinating watch, and it's just the visuals are just so entertaining.
Okay.
I definitely agree. Although Carpenter has maybe deep in my heart one of my favorite horror thing. Pan's Labyrinth is right there.
Right next to The Thing?
Right next to it's actually in The Thing. Pan's Labyrinth is inside the dog, which is The Thing. And
I never saw that version.
Yeah, well, they did that in The Thing too. I got to agree, I think, with Liza in this one. I think that Pan's
You are
Labyrinth.
switching
I
from
am.
John
Although I
Carpenter.
love The
John the
Thing
Thing.
and I love John Carpenter, but there's something about Pan's Labyrinth. I've watched it several times, and every time I do, I'm trying to bring somebody in who hasn't seen it before. It's that special of a movie. So it's either one of my kids or my wife or a friend or something like that who hasn't seen it. So, and I've never really done that with The Thing for John Carpenter. So I'm going to go.
I am honestly
Pan's
shocked.
Labyrinth.
I am shocked that you are going from John the Thing Carpenter.
That's right.
Shocked
Guillermo.
too, actually.
Huh?
I'm shocked as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were
That he-
joining him. I was going to
No,
say, holy crap, you guys
I mean-
both backed out, huh?
I mean, I was really on the fence about this one for like a while because honestly, I mean, yeah, both of these guys are very high up on my list. They both have done some movies that I absolutely love. This is one of the hardest choices for sure out of this whole thing.
Really?
I'm still going to go with Carpenter though. And I
Okay.
think it's because, I don't know, like Carpenter leans a little more towards science fiction, and Del Toro leans a little more towards fantasy, which I also love. I love both of those genres very much.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, like Carpenter is also a little older. He's done a few more movies. I don't know. I feel like it like takes seniority or something. Some of these guys have done a lot more than some of the others.
Yeah.
So I think they're more well known. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
and
with Carpenter on this one.
Well, throughout this thing, we've discussed like other movies that they've done, and I'm with you. I have to look at kind of them as a whole person as well.
Yeah.
For this particular bracket, we are focusing on the top 3 movies based on popularity from many sources that I researched. And I kind of, even tend to agree a little bit. Guillermo del Toro is definitely a force to be reckoned with, but I'm going to have to go with John Carpenter, and part of that is going to have to do with just nostalgia's sake, I think.
Yeah.
So, well, what do you mean? Yeah, you picked Del Toro, right?
No, I mean,
Switch sides
no,
now?
no. I'm definitely going with the Del Toro. It's just, I can understand the nostalgia. I mean, because I was almost swayed because of nostalgia, but I mean, just, I don't know. I just thought the Guillermo del Toro just is very unique.
And I also just burned through the Cabinet of Curiosities again a couple nights ago, just because we were
Nice.
talking about it, and
Yeah.
there are a couple of real. There's some that are okay, certainly better than
Agreed.
others, but there were a
Yeah.
few episodes or shorts within that grouping that are stand on their own quite well.
Yeah.
Really like the autopsy one. I really like that.
Oh yeah, that one.
I won't
was
get
really
into
good.
those, but I think
Yeah.
that's why he's a little more on my mind right now.
Right.
Okay, Del Toro's on my mind. All right, so we've got 2 for Carpenter, 2 for Del Toro. Let's go ahead and see what the people think. John Carpenter.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed.
Yeah, me either.
Well, it's I think it was a sweet victory either way. Quite
Was
honestly,
he
When you
blown
get-
out of the water, or was it a close?
It was. This one was a lot closer. This was a little under 5 points.
Okay.
So,
Close. Yeah.
yeah, we were a lot closer on this one than a lot of the other ones. Sure as hell a lot closer than like the Peel zombie match. I mean, that thing was a friggin' massacre. One of these days I'll figure out why. If you guys ready, we'll move on.
This has been Psycho Opinions March Madness Director's Edition. Thank you for watching, and please come back to see our next bracket's great face-off. See you soon!